Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm so excited to share with you my 2021 December daily. I had started it back in December and I had done really well, and then I cut off at about day 14, and I think from the title page to day 13 there are process videos on my channel for you to check out. But then in July I was inspired by Scrappy Christmas in July, and I finished it at that time. So I was super excited. All of the spreads you can also see on my Instagram, so I'll leave that linked down below as well. It's chunky. It doesn't stay closed. It's huge. It's a lot, but I love it. And so, I love it. We're going to dive right into it. I'm actually going to take half of it out so I can share it without it being too crazy, and then I'll share the rest of it. All right, let's have a look. And I'm just going to make sure we're in frame. Do I need to zoom in a little bit? All right, I think we're good. Okay, so I did put a little bit of flourish on the front of it. It's just this piece of wreath, like greenery wreath, and then I put a wood veneer that says "From the North Pole, made from Santa's workshop, special delivery," kind of little circular wood veneer there. For my title, I took one of the overlays, the transparencies from Ali Edwards. I'm pretty sure from this 2021's release. And then I had this fun felt frame to use. I added a bow, a piece of the wood veneer from the release, what are these? The canvas word phrase that says "Documenting December," and then I layered in the numbers. Oh my goodness, my words just left me. And then on the back of it, what you're seeing is one of the bags from the December daily pocket pages that I got from something, and then a 6x8 card as well. So really loved that. Worked well, and I even got that little December daily part up there for my title. All right, and then we have my reason why. So I actually did a reason why this year. I don't always, but I felt like this was a good one to do, so I just typed this up and printed it with a fun little greenery, which kind of mixes with the vibes. And then I have a few things out of the pocket versus in the pocket, and a bunch of stars to kind of blend in with this, so it's kind of like a 2-page spread. So I have a photo of all my kids with their ages, and then Sean and I with our ages, and that is our opening spread. So love that, and you're going to see these photos repeating in a minute as well. So right on into it. Day one, I wanted to document about my experience with purchasing December daily supplies. It was the first year I'd actually ever done that. So it was a lot of fun, and I just wanted to kind of talk about my experience. So I have a selfie and my journaling talking about all of it and how it was like the December daily high of it. Fun. So used some felt stickers, one of the hearts from this year's transparencies. I used a rubber piece here. This is just a photo I took from the online. And then I have another one where this was during the launch. There was a post that said "drop a selfie," and so I did that, and then I just wrote "don't judge me, I'm hiding in my bathroom and it's 6:55 in the morning," and where I was from and all that. It was funny, so I had fun with that. And then this one flips open and it talks about all of the things that I bought this round and how exciting it was. And I went a little crazy, but I was super happy with my purchases. And then just a little shaker pocket. This is a filler, and it's got my kids all in their Christmas jammies with the Christmas tree. Jackson looking at Nora like, "You're a silly." Mr. Baird in the background there. And then it flips open, just talking about how much fun the kids were having with their new pajamas. And again, another little shaker pocket. Really loved that. Day 2, or story 2, is talking about Nora's teddy bear picnic she had in her preschool, which was lots of fun. So this is a cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict, then embellished with a bunch of crepe paper mostly. And then it flips open and it has my story talking about the picnic and all the fun that she had and how she got to bring her little friend, Christmas friend, with her, because it was teddy bears. She didn't want to bring a teddy bear. She wanted to bring her cute little reindeer. All right, I think that's where this came from. That would explain the missing. All right, so now we are on to day 3. I finally am using one of these big, large red felt numbers. I love those numbers. They're so much fun. A transparency that I turned into a tag. Yep, I'm pretty sure I turned this one into a tag. It may have already been one. I can't remember, but I loved how that turned out. I love the play off of the green and the red there, and then like just a little embellishing. And then I used one of the tags from this year's release along with one of the patches, and then just some little bits and pieces, some of the stars as well. Just kind of decorating. You can see the 3 as well with this beautiful photo of my littlest looking at the tree. I have a special filter on it that I get from a photo editing thing called Photolab that you can get on your phone, and it's just a painting app that you can get. It's just so pretty. And then this pulls out. I actually haven't done the journaling for this one yet. It's the only thing I have still left to do, but it does have a spot for journaling. It is backed on another transparency, and then again with the heart and one of the little sticker, I can't think what you call these, but these were part of the release as well. And then I used a little bit of crepe paper or actually this might be Cocoa Vanilla Studio to kind of finish it off there. All right, day 4 is a 2-page spread talking about our tree, which was lots of fun. Again, I typed out my journaling talking about what it means, how I kind of mourn the fact that we can't have a live tree because I'm very allergic to them. But we take on this one and just kind of talking about that. And then my oldest and my daughter picking the tree, decorating the tree, pulls out with 2 tags. Here's the one of Barrett with the tree, just kind of talking about his experience with decorating it because it's kind of his first year really helping us to decorate. And then I had talked about just decorating in general. And there's a photo of the kids as soon as we were done decorating, the 2 of them sat down right by the tree and we're playing together and being nice, which doesn't always happen. So I thought it was fun to document. And they just slide into this little pocket that I think is from a Felicity Jane thing that I've had in a bit. This is a crepe paper frame, and that is a crepe paper chipboard. Day 5, I love this. I will be repeating this idea every year, I think, in my album with a different question. But we were sitting around the dinner table one night and Jackson says, "What's your favorite part about Christmas?" And everybody answered, and I loved that. So I quickly jotted it down as soon as dinner was over. But Barrett's was the Christmas, couldn't say Christmas tree very clearly, so he said it in his cute little toddler voice and it was adorable. Nora was all about presents. Jackson was about being with his family. He can get very sentimental. I said mine was all about twinkle lights at night, and Sean said Christmas morning, which I thought was fun and just a little look into where we are and what we love about Christmas. Okay, and then for day 6, it falls in with this fun little shaker pocket that I made that was completely inspired by, is it Tazi? She had done this, I think, in like her 2019 album on her day 10, and it covered her day 10, like 10 favorite things. But I loved it, so I added a bunch of Spiegelman scrap sequins in there, some wood veneer, a acrylic piece. I love it. And on the 6th, it is actually the story of the 6th because it snowed that day, which is crazy. We do not normally get snow that early here in British Columbia, well, lower British Columbia in the lower mainland. So anyways, it was gorgeous. I ran outside as soon as it was daylight and snapped this photo, and you can just see in the window. I love this because I have the same thing, I think, from last year's or 2020's. Yeah, last year's, where Sean's holding Barrett and they're watching me trying to figure out what I'm doing, which I just love. I do have a little bit that pops out with the journaling. There's nothing on the back. I just wanted to have some more journaling here, so I've got that in there that I just cut a little slip in my photo and then tucked it in. And then I also typed on the photo, said, "We woke up to a winter wonderland this morning. Barrett keeps calling all the snow-covered trees snowmen." So in our back view, I didn't take the photo of that, but oh, right here, we have like little baby trees that our neighbors are trying to grow. And so he was like, "Oh, look at all the snowmen." So cute. So love how this one turned out. One of my favorite spreads. And then we got day 7, which is all about coffee and Christmas music. So I did some more journaling talking about where I'm at with my Christmas music and how I'm feeling about it this year. I always love to get this part documented. It changes a bit every year because I try to find new music to listen to. Grabbed a selfie, trying to get myself into my album. Some chipboard from the December Daily 2021 collections. This tag, not sure if it was from this year or not, but it's an Ali Edwards tag, a really old wood veneer for the 7. I used some string on top of it. This is extremely dimensional, which is partly why my album is so thick, but that is okay. It flips, and then I just did another piece with one of the felt and this cute falala. I try to use all the Christmas themed, music themed stuff. And then I used this fun little reel to put in all the artists' album covers that have some of the favorite songs I had been listening to. And that is a bit of transparency in there as well to cover up the white that was there. So I love this multi-page spread. Super cute. Then flipped it over. Here's the poinsettia from that 10x8 pattern paper. I fussy cut it out. And then I used the remaining back paper that it came on to back the reel, and then just taped that on top of it to go with my day 8. And I thought it was really pretty and simple and a nice break from what had happened on the other page. This is a really fun one. I used all the 8s I possibly could with this one, and another one of these cute little canvas word phrases. And then here are the photos of my kids with their Santa hats on. And it's just a currently like what they love. So Barrett loves red color shirts, which has not changed. The show that he's been into, Spider-Man, play fighting with Jackson, just kind of all the things that he loves right now. And then I did the same thing with Nora. Nora, I kind of wrote out like a journaling, like a paragraph versus like a list. And then with Jackson, I did another list as well. So it's fun to just kind of get these cute photos in and then see where they're at right now. I will probably do that again next year. Where are we? Day 9 is all about our elves. And so here's a cute photo from one of the days where they were hiding up on our high bookshelf. So I thought that was very Christmassy, and I felt that that was a great way to use up this heart so that it flips over. I've got this 9. This was a complete scrap lift from someone I saw. I was super inspired by how they did it. So used my old supplies, but made it work for me. And then we have this that pops out, the journaling, and then the little bits of what our elves got into. So that is Tilly, that is Max. So we have a boy and a girl. And then Jackson loved that they were playing the PlayStation. And then this was their first day arriving with the advent calendars this year. So there we go. I used some stickers, crepe paper stuff, and then one of the little patches as well. Day 10, I took on the Day of Red, which was so much fun, and I can't wait to see what this year's theme is going to be. I used another one of the hearts and a wood veneer from the release this year. I guess I should stop saying this year, from 2021. And then my photo of all of the days of red that I found, the red bits, and just talking about how Holly, so she's Oh Snap Holly, and that she did it. I didn't do it the day that she had done it, but that's okay. But my son had his Santa hat. There was a really cute poinsettia at my work. I had been working on day 3, which had the red 3, the nose of Rudolph, my kids' snacks, which was Skittles, and then my daughter's shirt also had red. Plus, my coffee cup was red, so I just felt like that was so fitting. And I just really love how that turned out. And then this fun little tag, which is perfect because when I go to flip this over, I have the menu from my Christmas party, my work Christmas party. So that's just a menu of what we got to enjoy. I used one of the transparencies. A cute photo of Sean and I, even though I know there's a hole in my face. I didn't do it the right way. I should have flipped it and had the holes this way, but it's all good. I might reprint them and do it, but really it's not that big of a deal. And then I have our dessert tray that we got to share, and another one of these really fun canvas phrases. And then I used all the fun little hearts, transparency hearts with my number here, some transparency trees, and a felt tree, one of the Project Life cards. And then it flips open with a photo of the gals I work with in the front, a selfie, our chartreuse board, where we ate, and then just the journaling. So it was a really fun evening. I had lots of fun. It was quite fancy for Sean and I, which was fun. And I just love how that turned out, even with the hole in my head. All right, on to day 12. I took this cute photo of my daughter, blew it up to a 6x8 or a 5x7, used all the circles I could find, which was awesome. I got a lot of stuff used up there. And then 2 extra cards. So one for the journaling, a photo of Nora and I. It flips. Another photo of Nora with 2 of her little friends. And then Jackson, who's way back here, talking about his performance. We couldn't see his performance. We still weren't allowed in at the time, but we got to see Nora's. And so that is just talking about their Christmas performances and what happened this year. Next year, we will have all 3 of them in some type of a performance, and I suspect that we'll get to go see it. So it should be a lot of fun. This is just the pamphlet that we got, which went with it, which is awesome. And as soon as I'm done filming this, I can finally take off that little washi tape that's covering the school name, but love how that turned out. Day 13, maybe one of my favorite parts of this whole album, like no joke. So I had all these stories because I was trying to be more deep diving into my stuff, and so I had so many I couldn't fill it all. I'd have to have 3 albums, so I shrunk them all down, and I made this cute little pocket that has 3 spots for me to slide my stories, and then I have the photo on one side and the story on the back. And I have a story about my grandma, which is really fun. I have one of like the decor in our stockings and the decor, and how my mirror, you can see the reflection of the Christmas tree and how pretty that was. My grandma, me having coffee with the tree. I love that photo. Like they're just my favorite photos at Christmas. So the journaling, talking about how much I enjoy my mornings, quiet mornings, looking at the lights and having coffee. It snowed on my way to work one day, and it was just this magical thing. I couldn't even explain to you. It just was so pretty. So I documented that. All of my Christmas mugs, I'm working on a collection of that, so I wanted to get those documented. My son got his very first shot, so talked about the vaccine and how much he was not in love with that, but he did it, and I know he felt good about doing it once it was done. The Grinch, and just talking kind of, it's not always the not always the happiest time of the year, so just want to talk about that. My daughter being cute, so just kind of Nora and all about her Christmas spirit. How I tried the Tim Biebs, because that was a big thing here in Canada. And the advent calendars this year, talked about that, so I just kind of got a little snapshot of their advent. I have this little mini Christmas village now, and I just wrote about how it makes me think of the one my grandma used to have, which is really nostalgic, especially considering she then passed in March of this year. And then me at work with a coffee. So just kind of talking about that too. So I love it. Got all these stories put in here, and it's just a great way to store a bunch of stuff, but keep it compact. On to day 14, we went on a drive-through Christmas display. Jackson absolutely loved this. It was his favorite part. And so we had to document that, and I used the quote, "Mom, this is the best night ever," because that's what he told me. There's one of the wood veneers. And then I tried to do a full photo. It doesn't line up perfectly, but that's fine. Some washi, a little bits of here, and then I have all the smaller photos. The journaling, a couple more photos, and then the other side. However, with this being there, it's okay. You can't quite tell that it doesn't line up that way. So it worked well. And I got one of these little cards used up because we were in a car, which I thought worked well. So there's day 14. This is where I have done everything after, like this all happened in July. So day 15, I talked about our ornaments that we got this year. Well, the kids did. And I found these cute ones. I love them, and they absolutely represent my children and animals. Like, I just love that. And then inside each one, I have their other ornament that they got this year. And I didn't put anything on the back. I just had the ornaments to share there. So I love that. They just slide in. Nora got Anna. She was all about Frozen, singing. And Barrett got a dinosaur because that kid loves his dinosaurs. Really happy with how that turned out. Day 16 talks about my mom coming to visit and doing a craft with the kids. So I've got a photo of her with my little guy, and then it flips open and it's her with my daughter, and then the journaling. So love that. Lots of flips. I always do tons of flips in my December daily. They just make me happy. A little shaker pocket with the number. Day 17 is very similar, same idea. I used all these hexagons that I got in maybe that was the 2019 release. There's a wood veneer, some of the hearts, documenting the kids' school. Like, this is their last day of school on the 17th, so I just kind of documented about their school spirit. And then the only photos I really got were of the Santa ugly sweater days. So I grabbed the 2 photos of the kids with that and called it good. That documented the story. I was happy with that. Wrapping was all about it for day 18. I used this big acrylic piece, again adding more bulk, but you know, that's okay. And then this flips open, has the wrapping paper. We were reusing paper this year, like trying to use up what we had. So took a photo of that with the journaling, talking about how it was a great idea, but Sean still had to end up going to buy more because we ran out. But I used up all the old stuff, so I'm happy with that. And a photo of me wrapping. Do try to get myself, like I said, into my album. Day 19 is just about Jackson and the cute little, I always try to get their artwork in some way. So this was Jackson's artwork. Just layered these cute photos of him with his Santa hat and called that one good. No journaling needed. Just super cute. Day 20, I did a Thursday 3, even though I don't think the 20th was a Thursday, but shh, no one else is gonna know that. So selfie, a photo of me enjoying my coffee by the Christmas tree. That's a fun little photo. And then I used one of these holiday favorite things that I found. There's another one, and my Thursday 3 journaling for that day. That was an easy one. And then I've got day 21. This is the very last spread I did. You can tell. So my journaling and then the 2 photos, a few stars, and that was it. I'm like, I'm done. So that is how I wrapped up day 21. They don't all have to be crazy and lots of things happening. This works well. And it looks nice next to this day 22, so it's all good. Day 22 is when I had done way in advance. I created it before December had even started last year, using again the rest of these hexagons, and then I made this little flip that opens up. And look at that photo of Barrett freaking out about sitting on Santa's lap. I love it. I love it. So that is what this is all about. Super cute. I should probably put a bit of journaling somewhere about how he was not a fan of Santa, but that is my day 22. 23 is about the kids came home with their own gingerbread houses from school, which was really fun. Nora loved hers so much, so really exciting to share that. And then I've got a photo of Jackson with his, which is like an ice cream cone and icing. So I just kind of did a little bit of journaling out of this cute, this is from a bag. I just fussy cut that out. Baking Spirits Bright. Done. Paired it with this holiday checklist. So the number is on there, and did a little bit of stitching for that. I think that was really cute. Happy with how that one turned out. And then we've got a nice large photo of Nora. And then day 24 with all the stars that I possibly could get on. A little card that I'm going to flip up so it just says Christmas Eve, so you kind of know. And then it just talks about how my mom and dad came to visit in the morning. My mom put a car in the ditch. She was fine. But that was a fun adventure. And then how we did have more happen, but I didn't take any photos of the evening where we had dinner with Sean's mom and brother and grandma. So just talked about that. We hosted dinner, which was different. And then we've got Christmas. So I used some more of those big felt numbers there. Used some crepe paper. Love how that turned out. This is the only bit that I used of that Vicki Boutin Christmas, which is hilarious because I love that collection. It was so pretty, but this is all I did. So a little bit of journaling with my must-have photo of me having coffee in the morning by the Christmas tree before the kids are up and having their presents open. So I was happy to have that in there. I added another transparency. And then Christmas Day. So I started with some more of these hearts and then the photo of Sean and I. This isn't actually on Christmas Day, but I felt like it was fitting and it was good. And then this side is a little bit more somber because I did get the kids. So I've got one of each of the kids and the Christmas tree with all the presents Christmas morning. But later on that day, unfortunately, my cousin, he had gotten COVID and he had complications and he unfortunately passed away on Christmas. So that sucked. So I had to write my journaling about it because I had some mixed feelings, and it just included a photo of him. But it's not, I have this here so that if you're just flipping through, you don't have to flip that up and you don't have to get too into it, but it's there if you want it. And then to wrap everything up, I have another photo of the kids with their jammies. And then a photo of me because it snowed on the 26th, or Christmas night. And so that was me the next morning with my coffee. And that's it, guys. That is my 2021 December daily. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know which spread was your favorite. And I cannot wait to get started on 2022. Thank you. I'll see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.